Lust, Caution original text of Eileen Chang's novel and Ang Lee's film. Lust, Caution is a novel written by Zhang Ailing in 1950 and was published in her Wang Ranji 30 years later. The work mainly describes the story of a young female intellectual who turned into an assassin in the late 1930s and attempted to use a beauty trap to assassinate a senior spy in Wang Jingwei's camp. The two sides engaged in political, and sexual intrigues. The movie Lust, Caution is a feature film directed by Ang Lee and starring Tony Leung, Tang Wei, Wang Liam and Chen Chong. It was released in China on November 1, 2007. The film is adapted from the short story of the same name by writer Zhang Ailing. It is set in Shanghai during the anti-Japanese war in the 1940s. It tells the story of female college student Wang Jiazi who uses her beauty to approach the traitor Mr. Yi with the intention of assassinating him. Jiazi successfully seduces Mr. Yi and is about to kill him, but after discovering that he was truly in love, he leaked the information and allowed Mr. Yi to escape, but Mr. Yi decided to drive them away and kill them all. In order to prepare for the movie Lust, Caution directed by Ang Lee, I decided to find this novel by Zhang Ailing and read it. Lust, Caution uses the classic short story writing method. Intercept one or two cross-sections of life and reflect complex themes by detailing a limited number of scenes. The plot is relatively simple and can be summarized as follows. A beautiful patriotic young woman wanted to use a beauty trick to murder a traitor, but she was trapped by love at the critical moment and lost her chain. Lust, Caution is good because of Zhang Ailing's narrative style. Concise, calm, detached, controlled. Please see, the author does not hesitate to describe some trivial details in life, such as clothes, jewelry, gossip on the mahjong table, and hidden mysteries in the dialogue. But when it comes to the key scenes and climax of the story, the author suddenly becomes as precious as gold. The most important plot in the novel is Jiazi's sudden change of heart at the murder scene. But Zhang Ailing only used one sentence for such an important plot. This person really loves me, she suddenly thought. And there was a bang in her heart, as if something was missing. Such a sentence, ox. Why isn't there a lengthy psychological description here? I feel that if the author expands the 10 words my heart makes a bang, if I feel something is missing into hundreds or even thousands of words of psychological description, many authors will do this, the energy in it will be dissipated loose. The reader can feel the complex mood of the protagonist at this moment. This strong and complex emotion is condensed into a short line of words, making this line of words suddenly seem to weigh 1,000 pounds. This is the skill of narrative. Hemingway said, "The motion of an iceberg in the sea is majestic, for only 1/8 of it is above the water." I also like the structure of the novel Lust, Caution. The story takes place in just a few hours, starting from the mahjong table and ending at the mahjong table. In the meantime, a bizarre relationship ended, a complex assassination plan failed, and a young and beautiful woman died. Zhang Ailing chose to wrap a tense story between two scenes of playing mahjong. I guess there are two purposes. One, selecting the scene of the mahjong table that is familiar to readers to open the chapter makes it easier for readers to enter the novel. A large number of vivid details describe the readers, creating a sense of trust in the narrative text at the beginning can reduce readers' doubts about the credibility of the assassination story that follows. To ending with a mahjong table can echo the beginning and make readers realize that the protagonist has died before the mahjong game is over, which enhances the cruelty of the story. There are also many wonderful points in the language of this novel. You still have to nail him. You almost have to lift your breasts and shake them in front of him, a premonition of failure, like a crack in the stockings, lying coolly on the calf. Climb up quietly. Of course, the novel is indispensable for the famous saying that can be quoted repeatedly. The way to a man's heart is through the stomach, and the way to a woman's heart is through the vagina. Although Lust, Caution is a good novel, I have a vague feeling that this may not be Zhang Ailing's top work. Why? Because it is obvious that the core of this novel is a concept. Unlike men, women may give up their principles because of feelings. I guess Zhang Ailing had this assassination story in her mind first, and then used it as confirmation of this concept. the example developed into a novel. You can say I'm biased, but I personally feel that works with concepts at their core are generally not top-notch works. After carefully analyzing the novel Lust, Caution, I feel that the image of the main characters seems a bit flat. Describing the love affair with a traitor may be a taboo-breaking move, but other than that, there doesn't seem to be a particularly big breakthrough in literature. As mentioned before, I have only read 2 novels by Eileen Chang, including Lust, Caution. Based on these 2 novels, my initial impression of Eileen Chang is that she is a female writer worthy of admiration. As a female author, Zhang Eiling's writing has the cold and detached style of male writers. Generally speaking, most of the writings of female writers appear to be very narcissistic. Every time they write, they are their own mood diaries. Almost all the characters in their writings are their own incarnations. When writing about men, they seem very powerless. In terms of language, they are also all soft. I don't know why Zhang Eiling is able to transcend this limitation. Not only does she surpass many male writers in terms of language control and tension, but her portrayal of male characters and description of male psychology are also very convincing. I cannot accept Zhang Eiling in this aspect. I wonder how director Ang Lee would adapt such a subtle and highly condensed short story into a 2 hours and 37 minutes long movie. Generally speaking, film screenwriters will use the plot of a short story as a skeleton and then fill it with more meat. According to what we know so far, the audience will see a lot of meat in the movie Lust, Caution.
Alright, this story has come to an end. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you.